Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
After a day full of failures, the ship is finally free. Crews managed to refloat a 623-foot-long freighter that ran aground in the Detroit River.
Now, as we take a live look at our Windsor Sky, or from our Windsor Skycam, you can see the freighter where it belongs, safely now in the middle of the river.
Now, today's mission ends the day-and-a-half-long saga for the ship and its crew. Thanks for being with us. I'm Kimberly Gill.
I'm Devin Skillian. Right around 2 o'clock this afternoon, 3 tugboats freed it from where it was moored. Pamela Osborne, live along the river tonight. Took a lot of work, didn't it?
It certainly did, and it took a lot of reconfiguration as well. People had to get their heads together last night and figure out how they were going to get this ship from that stuck position it was in. They decided a third tugboat should have been able to do the trick, and it certainly did, but it created quite the spectacle.
I thought this was a unique photo op here.
Unique is one way to describe it.
This is unreal right here. This is too close.
It was so unbelievable that folks drove in from Warren, Auburn Hills, and Southgate just to get a look at the Barbro G freight ship more than 30 hours after it ran aground.
It was doing a journey with 21,000 tons of wheat from Canada to Italy. And in the morning, they noticed that their bow thrusters were inoperable and their anchor dragged, causing them to go aground.
People came with binoculars, cameras, drones even, in hopes of getting their own look at how a couple of small tugboats might be able to free that 623-footer.
They're certainly trying. They're certainly trying. They might need a little bit more muscle.
Eric Goodell and 3-year-old Luca were onto something.
Are they tough enough?
Yeah. Today, a third tugboat joined in on those efforts.
They're moving. They're moving.
Yeah.
Spectacular.
Several more hours of small movements went by.
Once they pull up the anchor, they can just go that way.
Before eventually all 21,000 tons of the Barbro G was freed.
And I know those guys that were out there on those tugboats are probably relieved that it is all taken care of now, given the fact that the temperatures are dropping here this evening. You may be wondering why it's not off to Italy. There's still some work that has to be done. We'll talk more about that when I see you tonight at 6 o'clock. For now, reporting live in Detroit, I'm Pamela Osborne, Local 4.
You bet, Pamela. We will talk to you then. We have posted a full time-lapse video of the ship being freed. At clickondetroit.com, you'll find the link right now on our homepage. Our other top story here at 5, a suspected crew targeting high-end homes appears to now be expanding into new areas.
Police now suspect they're behind a robbery in Grosse Pointe Farms. So let's get out to Sean Lay. Sean, what can you tell us about this?
I'm telling you, I'm not missing the live shot, but can you guys see me back here? I'm doing this for a point. I'm actually behind these shrubs here because here's the common element in all these high-end burglaries. Look, if your high-end home backs up against shrubs like these, brush or trees or any kind of forest activity, wooded area, it instantly becomes a target. Here's what we know. What is new about the high-end home burglaries we've been telling you about? We put up Drone 4 to show you the latest target. Homes here in the gated community at the Country Club of Detroit in Grosse Pointe Farms. The organized burglary teams hitting here over the last weekend, and if a home backs up to trees or woods, it becomes a target. Thieves hiding there until they see their chance. Oakland County Sheriff Michael Bouchard first sounded the alarm in September after huge homes in Bloomfield Township were hit, then homes on private drives in Birmingham. The losses were in the millions.
In our area, they are targeting jewelry, precious metals, high-end items such as purses, electronics, currency, high-end watches, and if there's a safe that's not attached or they can either break into on scene or carry, they'll do that.
Now remember, a teen was arrested and charged in Bloomfield Township with a string of car break-ins and some burglaries. But tonight, sources continue to point to what the sheriff pointed to at the very start, that other organized teams out of South America have been hitting high-end homes out west and now have made their home right here.
Typically in our area, it's between 5 and 9 p.m. Preferred targets on a lot of these across the country are homes that are isolated. They back up to wooded areas, trails, golf courses.
Here's another thing that we're not hearing or seeing in these high-end burglaries. Look, there's no video of these guys. There's video cameras everywhere, especially on these homes, but they're able to get around that somehow. There are alarm systems all over these homes, in the homes, outside of the homes. They're getting around that too. That is interesting. So a task force is now forming of law enforcement across the region to track these guys and hopefully track them down. We're live tonight. Sean Lee, Local 4 back to you.
A reminder to remain vigilant. Okay, Sean, we appreciate it. All right, well, Bernie's here with us now following a big day for the Michigan State Spartans.
We have had a season of a lot of turmoil on and off the field, and now the team has a new head coach.
They do. I'm not even sure State fans can believe that this has really happened after what they've been through. But their new head coach is Jonathan Smith, spent the past 6 years at Oregon State. This past season, the Beavers were 8-4. The year before, they were 10-3. The Free Press reports it's a 7-year deal. Year one is worth $7,250,000, and then it escalates from there. Total numbers we don't have yet. At the press conference earlier today, Smith made it clear he wants the football program to be clean both on and off the field.
Diving into the idea of being a program of substance on and off the field, a program where we're going to dive into lives and beyond, just being able to teach them how to be in the deep third in coverage or run a 15-yard in route. We want to be a place of substance on and off the field.
Well, that's good news, huh? Yeah. Well, again, the Free Press reports 7-year deal, first year worth $7.25 million. Smith was direct when answering questions at his press conference today. He wants physical football on both sides of the ball, but then again, what coach really doesn't want that? Standing by live with more on Jonathan Smith's first day as head coach of the Spartans is our own Hobie Artigue. Hey, Hobie.
Hey, what's going on, Bernie? Yeah, it's taken a long time to get to this point. This is A.D. Allen Haller with Jonathan Smith. And for this moment to happen, Haller said that he put in a ton of research, read articles online, watched game film of different teams, but he also watched film like this, press conferences like this one from Jonathan Smith at Oregon State, taking it all into consideration to make this hire a guy he hopes will be the perfect fit for the Spartans. Following a season of turmoil, Michigan State believes it's found stability in Jonathan Smith.
I embrace an approach of having a chip on their shoulder, of work ethic and earning things.
Coming from Oregon State, where he rebuilt his alma mater, Smith joins the Spartans with few ties to the region. But the university says he's a fit, both on and off the field.
This had to be based off of research, based off of the people that I rely on, which is Coach D'Antonio and Coach Izzo.
Smith's already been around those historic MSU coaches, having dinner with Tom Izzo and meeting with football's all-time winningest coach.
Well, I think just build it and build it right, which I think he's committed to doing based on my conversations with him, and go slow. And there's going to be setbacks, but stay positive.
D'Antonio took Michigan State to the college football playoff and the Rose Bowl, a place Smith grew up going to as a kid in Pasadena.
That'd be a dream, to be a part of that game, going to games. I think growing up, I went to 7, 8 of them.
Excited to get this team back to that level while balancing expectations early on.
Yeah, look, you want to have, expectations. Yeah, we want to get this place to a spot where Coach D has gotten it, and there's no doubt that's some of the goal of it, sustainability, but winning and all of that. That takes some hard work. There's no sugarcoating it here. We're diving into it from day one. I'm excited about that, and I think people understand there's some serious work to do. And the work begins now for Smith, hitting the ground running on the recruiting trail as he tries to keep some of the commitments here, while also trying to keep some of the team in place as well. And also a good question that was asked to him was about interim head coach Harlan Barnett. He said that he actually met with Barnett to discuss the future, and he said that he is a good man who loves Spartan football, but also no decisions have been made as he tries to put his coaching staff together. So it will be interesting to see how all of this plays out moving forward with Jonathan Smith taking over as Michigan State's new head coach. We're live tonight. Hobie Artigue, Local 4.
All right, thank you, Hobie. By the way, another sports story. Wings have signed Patrick Kane. Details coming up in sports.
Okay.
Little offensive firepower if he's healthy.
If he's healthy.
Yeah, he's
been
coming
through a
off
lot.
that hip. Yeah.
All right, Bert. All Day Help Me Hank has been teaming up with the Heat and Warmth Fund to help people stay warm during these cold winter months.
And Hank is live at Thaw headquarters tonight with a special announcement. Hank, how's it going over there?
Hey, it's going well. I mean, listen, we've been at it since early this morning. We're at about 90,000 right now. That's great, right? But the goal today, 120,000, because we have a huge need to help so many people here in Metro Detroit. I want to bring in the CEO of Thaw, Santil Jenkins. You've been here since early this morning. We appreciate it. We want to get to this match because this is big news. Talk to us about it.
Yes, Bob and Karen Vondale have donated $8,000. They will match every donation this hour up to $8,000. So we're so grateful, and we want to say thank you to Bob and Karen Vondell for their generosity.
That is great. We love to hear that. The number is 888-579-4950, and we talk about being close to 90,000 right now. Sounds like a great number. The goal, I know, more than 100, 120, but that's still not going to be able to serve everybody that needs help because, as you've been saying, the demand is higher this year than you've seen it in quite a while.
Yes, absolutely. The need, the cost of housing is up, the cost of food is up, the cost of everything, and utilities are up, but wages haven't increased as much. So people are struggling. Our phones are ringing every day, all day, with people who are in need of assistance.
We get it, and we appreciate the help that you do in this community, the opportunity to serve the people here in this area that need the help. And we know, you guys know, Detroiters, Metro Detroiters, they're incredibly generous, and this is all about helping out the people right here in our community. 90 cents of every dollar raised goes right to those that need it the most. We're going to continue our coverage here throughout the day. Again, the number is 888-579-4950. We'll send it back to you.
Yeah, make those phones ring. Okay, Hank, we appreciate it.
And that colder weather we were just talking about came in right on time for us, didn't it? There we look at the weather outside, a live look at the Gordie Howe Bridge. Sunset just a few minutes ago as these days continue to get a little shorter. We actually did see the sun for a while today. It was nice.
It was really nice. Let's get over to Kim Adams. Are we done with the snow for a while, though, Kim?
No, we're actually going to get a little bit more overnight tonight and in through the first half of tomorrow. We've started to see some scattered showers develop, snow showers develop in Macomb and Oakland County, and then also back out to the west. So we're not quite done yet. We still have a few more snow showers tonight and then a couple more for your morning commute tomorrow. The other big story, temperatures and wind chills. 26 in Pontiac, 28 in Mount Clemens, 26 in Monroe, 27 out at the airport. But that doesn't really tell the story. Feels like it's only in the teens when you factor in the wind. Current wind chill in Pontiac is 16, also in Lapeer. Port Huron wind chill 21, 14 is what it feels like in Ann Arbor, Jackson, and also out in Lansing. Now, tomorrow we start the day the same way with the cold temperatures, but we add in some snow showers for your morning commute. Could be a little slippery, but by the afternoon, the difference between tomorrow and today, we get into the upper 30s, and we're not done there. We'll talk about a warm up in a few minutes.